A very warm welcome to TEDx IIM Rohtak. This year we're going virtual for the first ever time, but we can assure you that the ideas worth spreading remain ever so powerful. With that, we'd like to now commence the event. Our first speaker for the day is Mr. Naveen Gulia. He's an ex-army officer and a practicing karma yogi. He holds the world record for adventure sports driving. He drove from New Delhi to the world's highest mountain motorable pass called the Marsimikla at 18,632 feet in just 55 hours of non-stop driving. Mr. Gulia is also a writer, and his book In Conquest of the Last Victory is a bestseller in its category. And so is his Hindi book Veer Usko Janiye. Mr. Gulia is also an internationally acclaimed orator who has been invited to over 8 different TEDx talk events at institutions like IIMs, IITs, the NDA, and the Indian Military Academy. Mr. Gulia is also a social worker who works at his foundation called the ADA for underprivileged children. With that, I'd like to now invite Mr. Naveen Gulia at TEDx IIM Rohtak to share his story of strength and courage.
Hello friends. To begin with, I would like to express my gratitude that you considered a person of very humble means, very meager means, like myself, worthy of being provided this opportunity of interacting with you all. Now, when I came across this theme for this particular talk series, which is Myriad of Morays, my immediate response was, Bob's your uncle, which basically means that you are ready to go. Now, most of the people I interact with, meet, happen to make a statement that life is complicated, life is difficult. Whereas I personally believe that there is nothing more simpler than life. We, like any other species, are born with the talents that we require. It is because of the training of the society that we get crooked and then things get complicated. Now, coming back to the theme of the series, which is Myriad of Morays, which basically means the inherent characteristic of different societies across the world. And we, in the contemporary modern world, get to interact with different societies from across the world. Now, these societies developed their own inherent characteristics because of being geographically cut off from each other during history, when travel was a rare occurrence that would happen. There were only one odd travelers like Hyun Sang, Marco Polo. So the interaction was very less, and these societies developed into different societies with different characteristics. What is morally right here might not be considered morally right somewhere else. A woman, her face can be visible in this society, but in certain conservative societies, a woman cannot have her face visible to other people. In the West, a woman wearing slightly lesser comfortable clothes is okay. On the beaches, if a woman is wearing a swimsuit, it's okay. On the nudist beaches or the nudist societies, a woman wearing nothing is also okay, absolutely normal. In Australia, if you show a thumbs up sign to someone, it basically means cheers, go on. It's a positive gesture to show your thumb to someone. In India, you show your thumb to someone when you are teasing him. Angutha dikha diya. And in Haryana, where we are right now, showing your thumb means I am going to choke you, I am going to kill you. Gutha de dunga. So in every society, the same gesture may mean different. Now the word mores is the word from which the word morality comes. And I have often made a statement that morality was invented by man so that he could attack those against whom he otherwise did not have anything. Because my definition of morality is different from your definition of morality, I can attack you, although you have not caused any harm to me. You eat non-vegetarian food, I can attack you, because it is immoral according to my practice. You are wearing lesser clothes than me, so I am offended, I can attack you. So that was the negative impact of morality, having different moralities in different societies. Now, why we are not able to see the truth? Why life becomes complicated? You all, we all have been students up until now. And the job of a student is to learn. But when I meet students and I ask them, please tell me what is the flow chart? What is the algorithm of learning? What is the process? What are the 3 steps or 4 steps that you have to follow in order to learn? Everything has a sequence of steps. If you want to drive out, you go out, you check the air pressure of your car, you have a general look at your car, you open the door, you put the keys inside, you make yourself comfortable, you put the seat belt on, and then you start moving. You follow a certain sequence of steps. So what are the sequence of steps you follow in order to learn? Do you learn by watching? Because what you are seeing can be wrong. We see that the color of the water in the ocean is blue, but we know water is colorless. We see that the sky is blue in color, although we know that air has no color. So what you are seeing could be wrong. What you are reading could be wrong. What you are hearing could be wrong. All these are sources of inputs. And what you have been collecting up until now in your life is basically information. And if the information is not analyzed properly, it will lead to faulty conclusions. So, information is a different thing. Knowledge and wisdom are different. Knowledge and wisdom should be eventual products of information, of acquiring information. You have to analyze information properly. Now, some would say we learn by questioning. Well, you are right. But it is very important to know what questions to frame. I was watching a certain media coverage of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and a person with his intellect and knowledge. At the end of the lecture, what was the audience asking him? What was the question they were asking him? The question was, can I have a selfie with you? So what an inappropriate question to ask from a person who can provide you much more. So it is very important to know what questions to ask, how to frame a question. Now, the first lesson in morality that the society teaches us is be a good boy or be a good girl. The first lesson in life. But did we ever question why? Why do we have to be good? Why can't we be bad? Bad people are also doing well. They also have money. They have resources. They have power. They have fame. So why do we have to be good? Do we have to be good because of the fear of God? I personally don't know if God exists or not. I have never met him. But I am a good person. On the other hand, you are good only out of fear of God. So if someone is somehow able to convince you that God does not exist, you will start off. It will become difficult to handle you. If you are good because your parents are going to punish you, if you are not, then if I assure you that your parents will not come to know, you will again go bad. If you are good because of fear of law, that you will be punished. So if you come to know, or if a situation arises in which you know that you will not be caught, you will again go bad. So those are not the right reasons for being a good boy or a good girl. What is the correct justification for being good? If you know that being good is a better choice, it is more profitable, it is better for your life, then you will be fully convinced that you have to be a good person. Next, I am not providing you the justification or the reasons. I am providing you the questions. You have to find out why being good is good for you. Next lesson that we were taught was respect our elders. So if we have to respect our elders, do we not have to respect people same age as us or those who are younger than us? Okay, we agree that we have to respect everybody. But then why do we have to respect everybody? Well, why can't we be rude? Why can we not be impolite? There are rude people in this world. There are impolite people in this world. And supposedly they are also doing well. So why do we have to be respectful? Because if we are not respectful towards a person, we will not learn anything from him. Even if what that person is doing is wrong, we have to respect him in order to learn that we should not be doing this wrong. So we have to respect our competitors, our detractors, our enemies as well. You cannot defeat an enemy you do not respect. Respect is very important. So for every basic lesson, we never knew how to ask the right questions, how to logically reason. If we cannot reason, we cannot find out the correct answers. So starting with this, and then the very basic lessons of life that we were taught in 3rd grade, we forget them. It is like forgetting the ABC of life. And then we are more interested, obsessed about knowing about the XYZ of life. If you commit the mistake on ABC, the XYZ is not going to help you in any way. If you are traveling, you have packed everything very meticulously. You have prepared very well for that particular trip. But you leave for the trip and then you remember you have forgotten the tickets for the travel. It is like that. And that is what I see, that most people, very so-called having lots of information, I would not use the word knowledgeable, having a lot of information, thinking they are very intelligent, are frustrated with life, feel unsuccessful with life, feel like a loser because they have committed mistakes on the ABC of life. Those 3 lessons that we learned, most important lessons of our life, in 3rd grade at school, 3rd standard. First, work is worship. It may sound good to hear. You may write it at different places. That is not going to help you. I treat my work as worship. My work is sacred to me. It is spiritual to me. I'm dedicated to my work. I would not attend a marriage. I would not attend a party. I would not watch a cricket match. I would not watch a movie. I would not do anything else when I'm doing my work. And nothing can distract me from my work. I do my work, I perform my work as if I'm praying with that dedication. So, first lesson was work is worship. The second important lesson was God helps those who help themselves. So, a possible universe creating God, a God that has the potential of creating a universe, is also limited in his abilities. He cannot help a person who does not want to help himself. I cannot help the world if the world does not want to be helped. I cannot be helped by anyone if I do not want to be helped. So do not bother unnecessarily about all the issues across the world and be ready to be helped. Be receptive to things. So that was the second lesson. The third lesson was don't keep all your eggs in the same basket. If you invest everything, if you invest all your emotions into one thing, say you want to become an Olympic gold medalist, you want to clear a certain exam, and in the process of it, that is the only thing you are capable of doing. So if by a matter of chance, as a matter of probability, by some accident, by something else, if that particular opportunity is snatched away from you, there is nothing else that you have to fall back on. I wanted to join the army. I did training for 4 years. I did. But I was not able to serve. But I had many other interests. I liked adventure sports. I liked writing. I wrote poetry. And I was a storyteller. I loved traveling. I wanted to do a lot of social work. And I wanted to earn my bread and butter. There were so many different things that I wanted to do. So even if that one option was taken away from me, I was not a sad person. There were many things that I could do with my life. I am not emotionally dependent upon one person. I feel the whole world is my family. Everybody, each one of you is my family. And when I have so many people around me, I do not have to be emotionally insecure of losing one person or two person in my life if they decide to go away from me. It is part of my ethics that I am not going to leave anyone. But if a person wants to leave me and go, he is most welcome to. It might cause some pain. That's okay. And that brings me to the next basic lesson which we learned around the same age. And that was no pain, no gain. So pain will be there. Pain is a price we pay for learning. So for following our ethics. Now, if we have very basic things, like someone will tell you, I love you. You have to do this for me. And I would say that is strange. You love me and I have to do for you. If you love me, you do for me. I will do for you if I love you. And the word love, I do not believe in as much. I believe more in ethics. A person who loves you will hate you as much. A person who loves you will give up loving you. The word love basically means desire. When he says or she says, I love you, it basically means I desire you. I want you. It does not mean I care for you. You could look up the meaning of the word love in dictionary. So simple phrases are used to manipulate you. It is more important to care, that I care for you. I am more concerned about you and not about myself. So when we have this logical reasoning, then our life becomes simple. It is most important in life. Yes, you should definitely be collecting information in your life. But it is more important to analyze, to be able to analyze that information correctly. Someone says to me, God wants this from you. So I say, are you God? Or has God personally assigned you to communicate this to me? No, that is not the case. I'm not listening to God. I'm listening to you. So when you know how to reason, when you know how to question, your life becomes very simple. So, Bob's your uncle. You're ready to go in life, provided you know how to reason, how to question, how to think, how to analyze. So that is one idea that I thought I would discuss with you all. And I hope I have been successful in putting across my idea. I'll be open to any questions on this forum or otherwise at any time. And thank you so much for providing me this opportunity again. My best wishes are with you all. Thank you.